Hello, it is Sunday, October 12th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword today, so we're going to be solving a puzzle with, well, a big puzzle with a theme and a title, Make No Mistake. Intrigued about that. Curious what's going on with these circled cells and that name. We'll find out soon enough, hopefully, and today's intriguingly titled edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Orange Piku, Chelsea B, and, as always, the indomitable Shawlmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. It's their generous support that does keep this channel going. Thank you so much to them and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do that, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those very four I just mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. It really does help this channel exist. All right, let's get on to today's crossword entitled Make No Mistake. This is a big Sunday grid with a theme that will be presumably described in some way by that title. It was constructed by Michael Schlossberg, who's responsible for, I think, around a dozen puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Oh, interesting. I didn't see these under the gauzy privacy veil. We've got these little scissors cutting along perforated lines. That's really interesting. So does that? Oh, no, never mind. I thought I saw something in the grid, but I didn't. So I wonder if that means these get sort of cut into two different answers, two distinct answers. I don't know. We'll get there eventually. Very curious about this. Common site near the entrance of a mall. I have no idea. Do I? Do I know what that is? I don't think I do. Green or black African menace. Mamba? Like the snake? Green mamba, black mamba? Common site, I'm not sure that's right. Common site near the entrance of a mall. I just don't know what that is. Spider-Man for one. Not sure about that either. Like Allah? Maybe this is like that? It's sort of from the French. Freak out. Panic? Oh, a map. You might have a map near the entrance of a mall. That'll be it. Okay, that's good. So what's Spider-Man then in this case? Oh, no, I was going to say alibi, but that's not right. An alias, sorry. That's his alias. It's not his real name. Okay. Boast accompanying an evil laugh. 120 seconds. Wow, what an odd theme this is. We've got these circled cells. We've got scissors cutting things. We have this bracketed time period. Oh, a minute. 120 seconds is a minute. Oh, so do we put minute in here as well? Boast accompanying an evil laugh. Oh, mine, all mine. Right. You might have the stereotypical supervillain having, I don't know, stolen all the money or something and saying, mine, all mine. Okay, great. And then laughing in an evil manner. Angler's lure would be bait. So an angler, someone fishing. Never ending is eternal. What many monks and yogis are, ascetics. They live a kind of stripped down lifestyle. Let's see. Good name for an apiarist. Bee, apiary is like beekeeping. So their name could rhyme with bee. Words that might precede out darned spot. So this is sort of referencing Shakespeare, but tweaking it a bit in a punny way. So I don't know if that makes any difference. Probably not. Bad dog. I think spot is meant to evoke a classic dog's name. Rocker Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses. UPS competitors, DHL. They also ship things. Sends to Hades, sorry, it would be dams. If you dam someone, you send them to Hades. Mishmash is an oleo. Bloke is a gent. Oleo, mishmash, like a miscellaneous collection of things. And gent for a bloke, gentleman. Blew out is exhaled. Absolutely in slang would be definitely. Words on a juice carton. Oh, not from concentrate. Right, okay. I'm sure that's the answer. We're going to have to snip out part of that, aren't we? Make no mistake. How many? Okay, we need 4 letters snipped out. And I guess they get snipped out right here. So that would be the O-N-C-E. Oops. Is that? I'm not really sure that's what's happening. I don't really get why that's happening. So what are the letters that are getting snipped out are once. Okay, maybe that is something. What does that mean? Once. Huh. I don't understand what's going on. What about this one? Licorice flavored vegetables, 32 ounces. What's 32 ounces? Is that a pint, maybe? Oh, I'm so bad with this sort of imperial, or I guess they're technically U.S. customary measurements, I think is what they're called. Are there any way they're pints? Is that possibly right? Licorice flavored vegetables. How can I not think of what the answer to this is, regardless of the measurement abbreviation? Let's check the crosses. Core strengthening Pilates exercises. I don't know. Badly ill? Maybe it's a liter? No, because liters are, that's a metric measurement. It's covered in kernels. A cob of corn? Oh, pound. Oh, right. Okay, I was thinking of, I guess, fluid ounces. Right, okay, well, yeah. Something bulb. Oh, fennel bulb. Fennel bulbs. Fennel is has a licorice sort of flavor. Okay, I don't really get what that has to do with this. I have to say, yeah, I don't know what the relationship of that is. Letter opener. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep solving and see how it goes. Lampshade shaped candy piece is Rolo, I guess. Core strengthening Pilates exercise. Toe lift or something, maybe? Please, it's my, I don't know. Online shorthand meaning victory. Oh, yeah, you don't see this as much anymore. FTW, for the win. A for would be, before in a sort of poetic way, ere. Previously known as would be né from the French for born. Please, it's my treat, you might say. Toe tips or something? Toe taps? I don't know. Core strengthening. Toe, I don't know. Young girl in Scotland. Wee lassie. Yeah. So is it taps? Word with straw or exit. Straw pole or exit pole. Those are both phrases. So yeah, toe taps. Pittance. A mere pittance. A mere sou. Just a little quantity of money. Camera type for short would be an SLR, single lens reflex camera. Of help would be utile, useful. Slow gin fizz is a cocktail. Charlotte's Web author's initials. Ooh, who wrote Charlotte's Web? I can't remember. Wood found in restaurant furniture. Ash, maybe? Is that particularly the case? Rock band. A seam. So not rock band like a musical group, but a band of rock, like a band of ore in a mine or something, a seam. Oh, E.B. White is the author of Charlotte's Web, children's book. There we go. EBW. Letter opener. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Cycle at night is an REM cycle, rapid eye movement. Project Hail Mary creatures in brief are ET's religious title whose name comes from the Hebrew for father. Is it Abbot? Because like Ab. Sort of ab and ibn like in Hebrew and Arabic. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure that's right. I'm not certain about that at all. Sound from a horn. A beep. Maybe it is Abbott. Choose out. Reams, like really yells at someone. Classic car that shared its name with a planet informally. Not sure. Merc, like Mercedes? But is this classic car that shared... not sure. Gives some heat, say. Arms. You give someone some heat like a gun, you arm them. So I think that is Abbott. Okay. So low-pitched jazz instruments for short. Bass saxes, maybe? Bass saxophones? Although this doesn't look very good, does it? Post-debate areas. Spin rooms. Okay, I think this is wrong. So, and this is also looks wrong. Oh, bari saxes, baritone saxes. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So this was Merc. Okay. Shared. Why is that shared in the past tense? I don't quite get it. Okay, CPR pressure points. I'm not sure. So not from concentrate is looking correct. I mean, I was fairly certain it would, just because I don't know what else this would mean, starting with not for. So it's not surprising, but it's good to know that that worked. Blank Gay, Roxane Gay, author of Bad Feminist. Roxane Gay, the writer. Fairy tale sibling, Gretel, Hansel and Gretel from the story about the witch. Cry of frustration would be arg, probably. Arg. Bull in a Chihuahua shop. What? I don't quite know what that's getting at. Some old game consoles. Atari video game consoles. Bull in a Chihuahua shop. Oh, I see. It's a toro, like a bull in Spanish, a Chihuahua shop, because it could be in Chihuahua in Mexico. So it's not referring to the dog. It's referring to, it's a place name, Chihuahua in Mexico. Okay. Doofuses north of the border are hosers. That's Canadian slang term. Director Rob Reiner, who directed The Princess Bride and This is Spinal Tap and so on. CPR pressure points are, it's not sure. Tidbits are morsels. Sterna, like the sternum? Oh, yeah, because CPR, you press down on the sternum for CPR. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's it. Faint is to swoon, to faint. A speck is just a little mote of dust. Letter opener. To whom it may concern. Oh, that has once as well. Right. Okay. So you open a letter with, you could open a formal letter with the phrase "to whom it may concern," and then you've got once again in between C and art. So I still don't quite know what's going on here. I mean, I get each sort of how to solve each individual part, but I don't see what it adds up to. Sorry about that. If you're a few steps ahead of me on that one. Not from concentrate. Once. Min. Pound. We've got two of each of these, and then we've got the word once. What does that mean? I just don't know. Clever sort, maybe a witty person. Turn that frown upside down, smile. Rumspring is in Amish communities, e.g. It's a sort of rite of passage when they a member of the Amish community can, I don't know, they take a year or something and they live outside the community. Is that kind of what that is? Okay, big name in vacuum cleaners. Orek, it's a vacuum cleaner manufacturer. Writer Silverstein, Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein, I think, was maybe Where the Sidewalk Ends, I think, is maybe one of his famous works. Baristas flourish. Not sure. Blank eminence. His eminence or her eminence could be, I think, an ambassador, maybe? Or a bishop, maybe? I forget exactly who gets the title, his or her eminence. Chance. A risk. So it looks like his eminence. Barista's flourish. I'm not sure. One of many in the book of Job. Not sure yet. Oh, oh. Measure twice, cut once. Carpenter's adage illustrated 4 times in this puzzle. Oh, wish I would have gotten that. Yeah. So okay. So we've got 4 times in this puzzle. We've got measure twice because we have 2 measurements. In this case, minutes. There's measurement of time, and then we've cut the word once. Then here, 2 more measurements. In this case, in weight, pounds. 2 of those, cut once. I don't think you're going to cut something in minutes well, no, I guess that's not true. If you were editing a film or something, you could cut minutes from the film. Cutting pounds, I guess you could, if you're, I don't think this matters at all for the puzzle, but, if you were butchering meat and you're selling someone some meat, you could measure in pounds, I guess, and cut pounds off of a big joint of beef or something. What are these going to be? Scientist who spent his last years under house arrest. 8 quarts. I can't stand these measurements. 8 quarts. This is why the metric system is helpful. You don't need to remember all these different names for things. Scientist who spent his last years under house arrest. 8 quarts. Galileo would have spent years under house arrest. Oh, a gallon. Yeah, obviously. Okay. Galileo Galilei. There we go. Galilei. Okay. That should be right. And then we've got a once in here. Observe the expected formalities. I don't know. Let's look at this. This will be easier. Split something equally. 24 inches. Well, 24 inches is 2 feet. Oh! Sorry, I didn't even... A lot of you must have been wondering why I seem to be so wrong about these things. Yeah, sorry, 120 seconds is 2 minutes. Did I refer to that as a minute? That's intensely embarrassing. I didn't even pick up on the fact that that's a total of 2 minutes, and then a pound isn't 32 ounces. I guess it's 16 ounces. So we've got 2 pounds. Oof, sorry, that is deeply embarrassing. Yikes. And then a gallon, I guess, is 4 quarts, and so 8 quarts must be 2 gallons. And then here, 24 inches is 2 feet. So we've got foot and foot. Oof. That was pretty bad. I genuinely didn't even that just sailed right past me for some reason. That was ridiculous. Split something equally. I don't know. Whatever. We'll come back to that. Okay. I jumped way ahead in the puzzle. Let's go back to where I actually was. It's time for bed. Yawn. Sharply dressed is maybe chic. Part is, not sure. The Bronx Bombers on scorecards. The New York Yankees. Greeting on Talk Like a Pirate Day would be ahoy. And like a certain cartoon coyote, you might say, Wile E. And, he is Wile E. and his name is Wile E. Coyote. Or Wile E. Coyote, I guess is his name. Part is a role, like in a film. Barista's flourish would be, I guess, a sort of swirl of the foamed milk. Mouthy bird could be a mynah bird. They talk. Or they, ape. Repeat. Name found in whole milk would be Emil as a name. Prefix with matter, you could have antimatter. Song in a book of songs would be a hymn, like in church. Hold dear, perhaps, would be to hug someone. Platoon or battalion would be a unit in a military. Actor Firth would be Colin Firth. Employ would be to use. Hot French beverage would be thé, I guess. Is that what we're looking for? Probably this is the French word for tea. So thé, T-H-E. Resolute item in the Oval Office. It's a desk, the Resolute desk. An oak desk, maybe? Here we have biohazard regulator in brief, OSHA. OSHA is certainly up there. It's one of the official federal agencies of the New York Times crossword. OSHA and maybe the EPA would be the two. I don't know which I think is dominant over the other, but they're certainly in the running. They're in contention. Aerodynamic quality would be sleekness, aerodynamic quality of a vehicle or aircraft or something. One of many in the book of Job. Oh, trial, right? Sort of the trials of Job, all the things God was subjecting Job to. The Facts of Life Girl. I don't know. This was sort of before my time. Yeah, I'm not sure. Men Who Marry Later in Life. I'm not really sure what we're looking for there, to be honest. I don't have a phrase that comes to mind. Rafts. Lots. Ripen, for, fruit ripens at ages. The Facts of Life Girl. Blair, maybe? I don't know. Men Who Marry Later in Life. Tech giant based in Santa Clara, California. Intel? Is it Intel? Actually, don't know. Don't really know specifically where Intel's based, but maybe it's that. It looks like it fits. Easy listening radio category. I don't know. Nays, nose or something. What about this? Plug as water. I don't know. Recite. Moody music genre. Emo, there we go. That is the official rock subgenre of the New York Times crossword. Light up, question mark. Not sure. Worker with a handler. A spy, you often refer to a spy having a handler in the intelligence services. Plug as water is... Oh, dam up. Right, you dam up a creek or something. You plug it. Yeah, okay, I see. Light up sun. It's literally light that's up in the sky, I guess. Observe the expected formalities. Stand on ceremony. Yep, that has a once taken out of it. There we go. Standremony. Didn't really try to pronounce any of these, I guess. Maybe because the first one is just sort of gibberish, not from concentrate. Not from contrite, I guess you'd say. And then to whom it may kern. This one's a bit easier to say. Standremony. All right, took off. You rid yourself of something, or maybe you took off, you ran, you fled. That's probably what it is. Poor grade would be a D in school, phonetically here. Facility would be ease. If you do something with certain facility, you do it with ease. Recite would be name out or something. No, I think that's right. I don't know why I can't think of it. Name off? No. Buddhist riddles or Zen koans. Sort of, those kind of tiny little, almost parables or something that have somewhat ambiguous meanings often. Recite. Name. Why can I not think what this is? I don't know. Name out? Name off? A in Ashkelon. Is it an aleph? From the Hebrew alphabet, maybe? Totally cool. Neato. Old Scratch. It's an old-timey name for Satan. Creature that can leap more than 150 times its own body length. A flea. Wow. Appropriate in a crossword about measurements. It is name off. Okay, for some reason that just doesn't sound... I'm sure that's a phrase. For some reason it keeps hitting my brain in a weird way. Waving the white flag, so to speak. Something defeat your... I can't think what the once bit would be. Big Apple's bravest in brief. The Fire Department of New York, the New York Fire Department, FDNY. Something a beach lifeguard monitors. The tide, high or low tide. Company that owns words with friends. Oh, I know this. It's Zynga. Are they still around? They made social media games were unbelievably successful for a period of time when those actually were successful. And they kind of don't even exist. I don't even think people really play games on social media anymore. Really. You just have apps on your phone. Waving the white flag, so to speak. Conceding defeat. Okay, that took me too long, but there we go. Ceding defeat. I guess you could sort of pronounce it that way, which is close. But conceding defeat with the once removed. Cry of frustration. Gah. I think we had arg in here as well, didn't we? Yes, and it was clued identically. Cry of frustration. Insta chats could be DMs, direct messages. Fair hiring initials, equal employment opportunity. Your point is, yeah, so. And then this looks like endgame, when mating typically occurs. Yes, okay, so you read this in, I mean, fortunately we had the crosses. You'd think they mean like animals mating, but no, I think it means checkmate in chess. Happens at the endgame. Pretty cool stuff, is ice, quite literally. Split something equally. Oh, something go 50-50? Split 50-50, something about 50-50. Let's just put in that part. Oh, and what about these? These are almost done. Setting of many Patrick O'Brian novels sees. Is Patrick O'Brian is that Master and Commander? Those I think that might be who Jack Bryan is. I'm not sure. Business name abbreviation. Limited, like a limited company, of course. Yeah. More or less-ish. You could have 5, more or less, 5-ish. Job requirements for top research positions in brief. Often a PhD will be required for that. Email attachment type would be a PDF. Put on would be to... not sure. Body parts examined for arrhythmia. Atria, like of the heart. Big name in vacuum cleaners. Put on. Add. Like if you put on pounds, you add pounds. Yes, big name in vacuum cleaners is Dyson. Okay. John across the pond. It doesn't mean a toilet, does it? Like a loo? I don't think it does. Chow. Food? No, this must not be right. Rock's Nirvana for one. Trio. What's chow? Oh, fair, like food in that sense. John across the pond. Oh, Sean, like the Irish equivalent of John. That must be what it's looking for. What about this? Oh, this is the Facts of Life girl. Yeah, it might be Blair. I don't know. Men who marry later in life. I don't know. Lamborghinis to some sort of cars. Men who marry later in life. Benedicts? Is that a phrase? I don't know. Easy listening radio category. Something FM, maybe? I don't know. Lamborghinis to some. Dream cars. There we go. That's what it could be. Man who might be installing a baby gate. A new dad. Gild the lily with it. Not sure. Nays. Leveled. Even, like you leveled, a plank of wood or something. Oh, you went 50-50. Did I not? I thought I tried that before. I guess I didn't. Splits. Oh, no. I think I tried go 50-50 as opposed to went, which is the past tense equivalent. Okay, there we go. Went 50-50 is split something equally. Gild the lily with it. You overdo it. You gild the lily, you kind of, to get too florid and over the top about it. Facade. Not distracted at work. It's on task. Citrus drinks are aids like lemonade or limeade. Quirky sort is a dork. Facade is a veneer. Nays are no votes. Easy listening radio category is light FM, I guess. Men who marry later in life, it must be Benedict. I don't think I know that phrase, but I think that must be right. And then the Facts of Life girl must be Blair. And there we go. All right, so that solved pretty smoothly, I would say, for the most part. And it took me ridiculously. It took me even longer to understand the sort of double measurement thing than it did to eventually understand what was going on with the theme, thanks to the revealer. Where was that, in the middle? Yeah. So the Carpenter's adage, illustrated 4 times in this puzzle, is measure twice, cut once. And just absolutely crushingly embarrassingly, I just did not pick up on the fact that these were, of course, 2 quantities of the measurements. I think I just saw seconds, and I immediately thought, oh, well, seconds, minutes, and the fact that there were 2 of them, I just didn't really think about. That's completely absurd. So yeah, we've got 2 minutes, and then we've removed once from not from concentrate. Here we've got 2 pounds, making up 32 ounces, and we've removed the once from to whom it may concern. We've cut. Sorry, I should say we've cut once from to whom it may concern. Here we've got 2 gallons, equating 8 quarts, and we've cut once from stand on ceremony. And finally, we've got 2 feet, making up 24 inches, and we've cut once from conceding defeat. There we go. 4 illustrations of measure twice, cut once, a valuable carpenter's adage that applies to all sorts of things metaphorically, right in the center of the grid. Really good theme, really nice theme, well conceived and well executed, I think. Not necessarily well intuited by me, but that's fine. We solved the puzzle in the end. And that was the Sunday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. I enjoyed seeing people's reactions to yesterday's puzzle. Seems that a lot of you very much enjoyed yesterday's Saturday crossword, finding it a good, solid, but very fair challenge. I think is true. Anyway, today's puzzle, I think that was a fun, good example of a Sunday crossword. And do consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube if you've been enjoying these videos. There is, of course, also the Daily Solve Discord chat server. There's a link in the description field, and there are the comments, of course, you can leave below. And I'll be back tomorrow for the hopefully quickly solved Monday edition, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.